Again, it's been my honor to have the opportunity to serve alongside the brave men and women of Afghanistan. I'm truly honored, humbled, and I will, as I said up at the podium there, I have to leave Afghanistan today, but Afghanistan will always be in my heart. And I look forward to staying in touch with the senior leadership here, along with the coalition. I know there's some very, very tough times ahead for the country of Afghanistan, but I do see resilient people, resilient security forces, and they're going to get through these challenges. So, Tashakur. I think we'll take a couple of questions.
Sir, is there one incident in your 18 months here that really stands out in your mind and sort of illustrates what the country's been through?
I think it's been transition on transition on transition. When I got here, we were going to 1,000 at the end of this year, and now we're in a whole different place. And I think that's a good thing. I think we have to continue to show the people of Afghanistan, the Afghan security forces, the National Unity Government, NATO, the Taliban, that hey, this is a long-term commitment, and the coalition is determined to stay here. They'll show that at Warsaw this summer when they come together to look at the financial commitment for 2018, 19, and 20. I'm confident that all the nations will continue to provide to Afghanistan. Afghanistan knows that they got to continue to work on some reforms. They're committed to doing that under the leadership of President Ghani, who's taken on this commander-in-chief role. I've had great times with the president, great times with Dr. Abdullah, having the opportunity to serve alongside them. So I think if I was to pick one time, it really was that transition point. We went from ISAF to Resolute support. That really is pretty significant in the 14 plus years that we've been here. And again, I think that the coalition and the Afghans have handled that very well. We learned a lot of great lessons, but we continue to move forward. So again, as I said at the podium, I'm a glass half full guy, but it's because of what I've seen with the Afghans, their resiliency and the hope. And I have an opportunity to see younger Afghans every day, and when I look in their eyes and they talk about what it means to be from Afghanistan, it's pretty special. So it's going to be very tough, but I think we're on a good path.
Going forward, you mentioned that the international commitment here will need to remain flexible, and that's kind of something that seemed to be a theme over your time here. Yeah. I mean, what advice and what guidance are you giving?
Yeah, well, we're again, we were at 1,000 for the U.S. commitment anyway at the end of 2016. President Obama made a decision in October of last year to stay at the 9,800. We've taken a look at 2015 and 2016. I've gone back to my senior leadership and said, in order to make make sure that 2016 is not like 2015, here's some things that we need to take a look at to be flexible, making some changes. And the international community has done that through NATO as well. So I do think we have to be flexible there as we go forward. It should be conditions based on the ground.
In terms of reforms you mentioned, sir, do you see that sense of urgency considering the tough times ahead?
Yeah, I think it's very hard. I talked about before building an aircraft while in flight, and that's kind of what this is. The Afghan security institutions continue to grow. At the same time, they have to fight, and that's very, very, very tough. Reconciliation's out there. My message to the Taliban has been, put down your arms, come and talk to Afghanistan, be part of the political process. Why are Afghans killing Afghans? So the Taliban, under Mansour, he has no religious credibility there. So come together and talk and drive to the peace table. But on the reforms, the Afghans know what they have to get after. Again, very tough as they continue to fight. But they have to work on their leadership. They got to work on recruiting. They got to work on attrition. They're working on becoming more flexible, more maneuverable. They're working on an operational force generation cycle where you can have people that actually take some leave time, be with their families, have time to train, and have time to fight. That'll help out the attrition. So the senior leadership from Minister Standing's Eye and the MOD all the way down understand that. And the same thing under the Minister of Interior, who just gone through some changes. They'll get after it too.
Mr. General, today Rahil Sharif was here also. But most of our officials say that Pakistan was supporting terrorists. What was your observation?
Yeah, I've had a very good relationship with General Rahil. I try to get to Pakistan every couple of weeks. I talk to him on the phone. They got a very tough fight in Pakistan as well, and many Pakistan soldiers, police, civilians have died because of terrorism. What I talk to him about is making sure that there's a common enemy here, that both Afghanistan and Pakistan can stand up together. And he's working at this very hard. He made some very courageous decisions about summer 14 to do a concerted effort into many areas that no other leader would have gone to in Pakistan to try to drive out the terrorists. So he's working hard, but he has a tough fight, both internally, just like in Afghanistan. I think the more that Pakistan and Afghanistan, from a military to military, can work that relationship, corps commanders talking to corps commanders, it's going to get better. So they have to talk. I see that happening under the leadership of General Heel, under the Minister of Defense, under General Kadam Shah. So I think that's a good thing.
Maybe one more, sir?
One more question?
One more.
My last question in Afghanistan. So you.
No, it's not about Afghanistan only. I'm from Turkish State TV actually. Just one question, specifically your view about because our army is the second higher number of the army in Afghanistan. What's your view about this resolution support? They're part of this mission.
Yeah, I think Turkey has played a great role. They train, advise, assist, what we call TAC Capital here in Kabul, both from an army and police perspective. We could not do our mission without all the coalition. Turkey plays a huge part by being a framework nation along with Germany, Italy, and the United States. So absolutely critical to have them on board. I've been very appreciative of their leadership here and their continued commitment to make sure we get after Afghanistan. So again, I'm going to get on an aircraft here and go back to the United States. And my parting message, I think, again, would be that Afghanistan continues to be worth the investment by the international community. It's going to be a very, very tough time as we go forward, but the Afghan people deserve this. They want the same thing that all of us want in our countries. They want their kids to go to school. They want to hold a job, provide for their families. They want peace. They don't want to walk around Kabul thinking that there's going to be a motorcycle V-bit or an IED or somebody going to shoot them. They deserve that, and they're very, very resilient. International community is here to stay, long-term commitment, and we have to support the national unity government. So thanks for what all you do too.
What's next for you, General?
I'm going to go back and I'm going to retire. I've been 37 years, 4 years at West Point. That's 41 years. After that, I have no clue. I'm going to play a little bit of golf. I got to go find a place to rent in Washington D.C. for about a year, and then I'll look at other opportunities to serve. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.